Question on the other side. Go ahead.
Dale, Dustin Long, Landmark Newspapers. We saw a couple years ago with Kurt Busch, Jamie McMurray making moves or getting out of contracts, well over a year before they were supposed to leave their teams. Now Tony's got more, his contract doesn't expire until next season, and he's in all these talks, and all this has been made. How do you feel about that as someone trying to move out of a position more than a year ahead of schedule, from the driver's side that you are, which it could benefit you, but also from the owner's side where someday somebody could take somebody from you when you've got them essentially under contract?
Well, I don't disagree with it happening this soon. I feel like that too much press is being made of it at this point, because we're going to have I want to sit down at this table and eat, but I don't want to eat at it for a year and a half. I want to read what you got to say, and I want to know what happens. But is it necessary for us to really begin the the coverage at this point, even though it's going on and we want to know, and if everybody in this room agreed to just let it ride and get after 6 months down the road, one guy's not going to agree with that, and he's going to get a story, and then the next guy, and the next, and it just goes back to where we are now. But it's just more than anything, it's just you get tired of hearing about it. But I don't disagree that it's going on this early. I think it's fair for either side, the owner and the driver. Contracts are written in certain ways to prevent certain things from happening, certain people from talking to certain people. As long as everybody's going by those guidelines and being honest and truthful, I feel like that all is fair. And I think that the media would do it justice by bringing a point to it, but yet when there's nothing else to until the next true grit and true substance comes to the surface in the story itself, just really kind of letting it ride and letting it go. But some interesting points will be made throughout what happens with Tony, whatever it is. Do you? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Sponsorship, yeah, and it's tough. We built a Busch team in 6 months. We were on the racetrack. We didn't have nothing. We didn't have a trailer. We didn't have employees. We had me, Steve, Chris, and Kelly, and in 6 months we had an entire team with cars. And if you want to, where there's a will, there's a way. If you want to get it done, you'll get it done. But the sooner you can begin, the better. Because now we're not talking about Tony moving to another team, just getting his seats and changing the address on his paycheck. We're talking about him creating his own Hendrick Motorsports or Joe Gibbs Racing, and that in itself might take that long for him. He doesn't even. I mean, I assume that his mind isn't even made up there. That could take 6 months, and then he has to. I'm sure he has such a vision that it might take that long to get it the way he wants it.
We got time for two more. Go ahead.
Dale, we're getting ready for Dale Earnhardt Day on the 29th. Just want to get your perspective on that day, what it means to you, what it means to your family, and what it means to that organization, DEI.
I like the fact that they are making a point to have the celebration every year at DEI. It goes along to further how we think of my father and how we remember my father long after his death. So I think I'm very proud of that. I'm very happy for Teresa and Earnhardt Incorporated, all the drivers that participate. It's just a great sense of pride to have Eric and Mark And Truex and them guys showing up and putting in the time for the fans that'll show up there. It's a little bit of work for those guys, and it's not necessarily in the contract, so I appreciate that they try to make that deal as big as they can for the fans that show up. So, because when you start something, it's every day you kind of got to outdo yourself a little bit, and it's kind of tough. I think Taylor's going to be doing a little barrel racing and stuff like that, so that'll be kind of fun. But Kerry will be there and all kinds of other cool stuff, I'm sure.
Okay, let's go right here.
I'm Dale Rob Jones, NBC 13 here in Birmingham. As far as this weekend's race, obviously it would be a big deal to you for you to get the win. It'll be your first win with your new team. Just elaborate on that a little bit.
Yeah, we we're looking forward to getting that win. You know, you think about it and you dream about it, and you want that feeling. You want to be able to celebrate like that, and so we're working really hard. We got a great opportunity this weekend to win here at Talladega. We've had a lot of success here. We're going to have a lot of strong competition, I'm sure, but we've got a good shot. We've got a good race car. Great crew chief. I feel like I do a good job here, and so we got a great opportunity, no doubt. I think we always come into this race as a favorite, and I'd like to keep it that way for a long time.
Okay, I think he needs to get in his car.
See y'all later.
So thanks so much for your time. That's a cool initiative you're doing with the Navy. Thanks. Thanks, bud. See you, man. Take care.